And so, yeah, I did want to dive in, especially because I'm a fiend for listening to new music. So I'm like, oh, what? I could go listen to just a whole nother scene of music.
Yeah.
All right, say no more. I'm in. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, man, it was good. And then from there, it just become more of a full-time thing. It was a little bit of a transition period. I was still doing UK stuff, but a lot of the UK stuff was getting copyrighted at the time
Yeah.
and not being viewed public. So if it got demonetized, so be it. I'm not making money anyway. But if it gets taken down and it gets blocked, I'm not spending about an hour of my time to then just get it blocked. It's just not happening, especially when I have limited time in an evening, coming from work, get home, bang, record, basically go to bed. And that was it from Monday to Friday. And so, yeah, it got really frustrating with the UK stuff. And then I was just like, you know what? Let's just go all in with the Australia stuff because they're showing more engagement as well. And that was the biggest thing for me. Like, the views were about the same. The subscriber growth, all of that was the same. The only metric that was actually better was the comments. The comments was like 20 times more, and I'm not exaggerating. If I did a UK reaction, I'd get 5 to 10 comments. If I did an Aussie reaction, it was 100 comments in the first 12 hours.
Yeah, cool.
And I loved how interactive it was, and that was my main thing. From being in my room, pointing my phone camera at the TV, and not being able to comment with anyone but myself.
Put it on two, yeah.
Oh, what do you, man, think of this? And 100 people go, this is what I think. That was the thing that meant the most. So in terms of subscribers and goals and this, that, and the other, at the time we're recording this, I'm at like 48,000.
Wow.
Once I got to 10, nothing else mattered. Because in my head, 10,000, you've got an audience, you've got a community now.
Yeah.
The rest doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so as long as I get comments under my videos, genuine comments, like genuine discussion, the rest is what it is. Like, if I get 100 views on a video and 99 comments, that's successful in my head. If I get 100,000 views and 99 comments, I'm disappointed because the comment ratio should be higher. And so that's why I often ask questions, because, yeah, my main thing is that discussion. I love it when someone goes, I politely disagree with you. Yes, let's have that debate. I love it because out of me and my brethren, no one's a music head like me.
Yeah.
And so I don't get to have these. So I have this with you lot, and that's why, selfishly, that's why I want to have these kind of discussions. I don't get to do this with my brethren, like, especially not with Australian content anyway. So yeah, man, it's not, that was the main thing.
I love that, bro. Like, yeah, literally, like, being so open that you want people to come and, you know, poke holes in it and say, hey, you missed this, or what was that bar? It's like, okay, call me on it. Let's have that. Now I'm ready to have that back and forth and you know, have that chat. I mean, especially coming from, you know, just that early days of just for you on the Xbox boxes, the little phone there, and doing it for your own peace of mind, just to give it a crack. And bro, look at you, like 5 years later, and I definitely feel like, yeah, it's a fundamental part in the growth of Australia and the music of, like, bridging that gap, you know, as your growth grows. It's like you've been doing your homework for years, like under, like, you know, putting reaction videos out for, yeah, who knew who Ago was 2 years ago? You did. You know what I mean? Like, who knew, like, Lissy and probably Cahooks? You've probably been on all of these, Stu, all of these guys before anyone else. You're out here, it's like, it's ain't nothing new to you. And people are commenting and giving you a bit of insight. But I mean, I know you're in there, and I know you're kind of looking through, doing your diligence as well to, you know, keep yourself ahead of the game. And that's why you're one of the best that does it.
Oh, thank you. Like, as when you say, like, being on top of it as well, that's only because you lot are the ones who tell me about it.
Right.
Like, there are a few people
but you
who
pay
I found
attention.
off my
You
own
pay
back,
attention.
Like, let's say Cahooks, for example. I wouldn't, like, if it weren't for people going, yo, this brother right here is the one. And I'm like, okay, everyone says he's the one. But it was like, okay, it's not one person who's gone on their story and gone at Chazza Mcqueen so we can spam him and get him to react to my thing. And then it turns out you have 13 views on your video. That's not it, my friend. But he had genuine traction off the back. And then, yeah, I'll confidently say, yes, I was in that bubble of first people who see what he does. And if he goes and does big things, yeah, we can say we was there from the start. I think the one that I'm proud of in terms of, like, my people here in the UK is Kid Leroy. Because
Oh
I
yeah.
remember reacting to him when he did Blessings. And
Yeah,
he's like
right.
13, 14 at the time doing that. And so now when everyone goes, Kid Laroi, I go, funny thing, actually. Kid Laroi is from Australia. They're like, what? And I'll be like,
Yeah.
yep, I was onto it before he'd be like, that's the only one that I really do go, yep, I know about him.
Mm.
Yeah, that's me and my boys overseas. We know about him. Because, yeah. But yeah, you know, I only know because you lot let me know. I mean,
Mm.
it's and it is
Well,
mainly about that, and it's difficult because I get so many comments and DMs and things. Check out this, check out that, and sometimes you go search it in on YouTube without watching the video. You can see uploaded 4 years ago, 21 views, and it's like, brother, you're making it
mate.
difficult for me. I can't just slap that up on the channel. So that there's this thing of also it's, you know, I have to make it beneficial enough. If I react to that, you're gonna get a lot of hate. I've seen it happen. I've reacted to people who don't have much traction or that aren't very good, and you know, especially if you can see it on my face, I don't lie. If I don't like something, I'll say I don't like it. I won't turn around and go, "This is utter shit. Get it off my screen." I will try and explain why I don't like it.
Yeah,
And
we
if
see
I
it.
know some people are absolutely flamed, like, "How dare you waste Chazza's time?" And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." They're just trying to give music a go, just like everybody else. Like, it is what it is, but yeah, so it's difficult trying to find a balance. And there are some people who I really rate, and I put them up, and people are like, "Chaz, this ain't it." But I will defend them to the death. There are some people who I will break that rule and be like, no, they are that good, and I am gonna stick by them. I remember Indigo Merkaba got that with me a little bit. There was a couple people, who's this? Why do you keep reacting to him? And I'm like, because he's gonna be one of the biggest artists of this decade. Right?
You can see it.
He really is going to be one of the top 5 artists over this decade.
Yeah.
And so there are some people who I will swear by and I will stick by, and, you know, people like A-Girl, people like Cahooks, you know.
I mean, and it's because you've got the ear as well. It's like you're not in here just going, oh, I'm like, yes, you do pay attention to your comments, and you know, you like even now you appreciate them giving you the word up, but also you're out here liking artists that you want to follow, like as a genuine fan as well of the scene. It's like, yeah, if this guy's got 21 views, but it's because you guys haven't caught on. Yeah, I'm gonna shout him out because I'm hearing the music, I'm seeing the talent, and I'm backing him. But there's might be another curveball you get as well where it has 21 views, and you kind of just like, all right, yeah, like you said, I can't put this up, I don't fuck with it. But you're you know, as a person, as like your you know, your musical talent, you've kind of got that ear as well to be like, no, you know what, I'm gonna keep putting this guy on. I'm gonna show that support because I hear it and I see the difference after, you know, all the videos you watch. You definitely you know talent when you spot it, and like the ones who are gonna last, you know, you can definitely feel it when the music comes on.
And it's how you articulate yourself as well, Chazza. Like, compared to other people that do these sorts of reviews, the way that you carry yourself and the way that you actually bring yourself to the artist. Like, I've jumped on a stream or two where you'll be listening to an artist that you rate, and you've said you rate really, really highly, and you turn around and go, I know where this guy's coming from with what he's trying out, but I know he can do better than this. You know what I mean? You're not sledging an artist. You're not going, nah, this is utter trash. I'm not listening to this guy ever again. Because some reviewers and some people listen to music, they actually genuinely just go, all right, this is it. I'm done with this guy. He did one track. No worries. You actually sit there and go, if he had carried himself in this way, or if he'd done something a little bit different, like, you have this constructive view on music overall, bro. And like, it carries itself so well within the community over here. Because a lot of artists need that, man. You know, we have a community full of, you know, artists that have yes men behind them, or will just do the same thing over and over again, that won't be willing to go, hey man, stop, listen, let's have a talk about this. And you've probably changed. Maybe some artists have had to listen to your review of their track and been like, oh, I could do that a little bit differently. Maybe I could, you know, like twinge that little bit to do something different. So it's beautiful to see, man. And that's what you shine in articulation, how you carry yourself above so many others in that sense, man.
Yeah, thank you. And I emphasize this a lot. My word isn't gospel. If I say I think you should do this, that doesn't mean they have to do that. Or if I say I don't like it because of this, well, if somebody else likes it because of that, then amazing. And talk to me about that and explain that to me and debate this with me. And I like that. That's what I want. As I said before, I'll be very consistent in that. I want these kind of constructive conversations. I like that word, constructive. And again, if I say a bit of feedback, that's selfishly for me what I personally want to see. I contradict myself all the time. Do you know how many times I say, I love it when an artist switches it up and they change and their verse affects this, that, and the other. And then someone like Husky will come along and I'll be like, Husky, don't do anything else but that. That's what I want to do it 100 times in a row. So I do contradict myself a lot, but I'll one, openly admit that, and two, I want to say it always comes from a place of me just loving the music, or me just really respecting what someone has done. Like, there's some artists that I don't listen to a lot of their music in my own time, but I really respect what they've done for the scene, or what they are doing for the scene, or just who they are as people. There's a couple artists actually that I don't love their music. They're all right. They're okay. If I hear it, I'm not going to skip it and turn it off, but I'm not going to go out my way to listen to them either. But they're really good fucking people. And when I have criticized them constructively, or when I have said, nah, this ain't for me, they've reached out and gone, yo, I appreciate that you're real. Like, and so there's a couple people like that, and I really, really respect the people that can take that well, because I've upset a lot of people in this scene. A lot of people. Majority we kiss and make up, and it's all good. But there are a lot that just do not like, and that is what it is. That, I guess, that comes with the territory of not being up people's ass, for a lack of a better term. It's just for me, not just going, yo, you're the best in the world. Like, you've got your fans and your audience for that. They're going to do that. And if I say that, then you know I really do mean it. If I turn around and go, you are the one, then you know that I genuinely mean it. And I'm not just saying it for the sake of saying it.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I try to be as consistent as I can with things like that, because, I don't want to lie. People have many a time said, the reason I watch your content is because you're authentic with it. It's because you will say it what you genuinely think. You will articulate it in a certain way, and you'll explain it. You're not just going to turn around and go, that's terrible, I'm done. But that's why we enjoy your content, because you articulate yourself. Thank you for giving me all these buzzwords, by the way. This is brilliant. This is like expanding my vocab. But I love it.
Bring it. I'm here all week, bro. But no, it's just being genuine, bro. You can't filter genuine passion. At the end of the day, like, no one's ever going to decide you for it, and people will always tune in for people that are genuine and passionate about what they do, man. For real.
Yeah. And so we spoke about this week. We've been running the AMAs, these informal podcast type things with artists every week. We had artists, producers, label owners and things like that. Last night we chat with Liam Thomas, massive producer. We had Mason Dane chiming in as well. Week before we had Mason Dane. He gave us the whole spiel of the whole T-Pain story, how that all came about. And it was, he was so humble in how he was telling us, and just their whole connection with that story. And the main things that they were saying as well, when they're sort of leaving feedback back for other artists and things like that, was authenticity. Be inspired, but stay true to yourself. Like, it's if it feels right, you got to do it. And authenticity will always stand the test of time. And it'll come through. Like the real people who gravitate towards that, you'll have genuine fans, you'll have genuine support, and you'll be able to keep up that pace because you're not doing anything else out of the ordinary. You're being yourself, and however weird and wonderful that is, of your music, your art, your whatever style it is you're using to express yourself as your artistic outlet, you have to stay authentic and nurture that, and that's where you'll really see the community, culture, and fans sort of gravitate and prosper for you, I feel. I mean, for myself as well, I've got my own sort of character and style when it comes to filmmaking and directing, and sort of navigating my way through the not only the hip-hop scene, but the commercial film world, and I'm meeting a lot of people across all levels of artistry, going out to the hoods of Western Sydney, working with 1-4 Mount Druitt, going up to into the middle we got a Huncho, we've got Hooligan Hefts, we've got Manu Crooks, we've got Chillin' It, we've got who else have been going with in Havana Brown, mix it up a little bit there. We had Jess Connolly, so I'm working with a lot of a wide range, Open Till Late recently, Fady as well, a wide range of sort of like street artists, but even the 046, we shot with them just recently as well. They came up to the Gold Coast, and like there's a different approach and a different conversation across the board here, and then it changes a little bit as well, not so much. It's still me, and that's the thing, is like I said, authenticity. When I'm speaking to the management, when I'm speaking to the producers, it's like I still carry myself in a certain way to read the room and be familiar, with my surroundings and settings, but it always comes with a a JN touch of professionalism and still like a creativity and flair as well, where I'm going to be confident in the ideas I'm putting forward in my visual treatment and things, to speak up always, and not kind of be pushed around by the idea as well of like, no, shoot over here. It's like, man, you guys are coming to me for the JM product, and this is how it works because I have to speak up here. And and I feel kind of forget what I was going there with that, but just pretty much it's like being yourself. That's right, being yourself there across multiple different artists and different scenarios and settings produces artists of different calibers and different personalities and characteristics. You still got to stick true to yourself, even in those moments, and it comes through, and it shows in that end product and the relationships you build as well. The respect continues to grow, and you have a rapport and an understanding of each other of, okay, you're not getting a whole new person the next time you meet because you forgot how you were acting last time. It's like, be yourself, say your shit, hold your own, and be true to yourself. And then the next person, they're getting the same character. That it's not a facade, and that's how you get to know people better, because now that understanding is has already been laid.
Yeah, and I want to just touch on that point of like, depending on who you're around, you adjust how you speak to people.
Yeah,
you show almost a different side of yourself, because when I'm at work, so I work in a primary school, so Coach Charlie is very, very different to Chazza Mcqueen on the internet. You know what I mean? They're two, but it's still me. But how you talk is different. I'm sure everyone has what I call the doctor's voice. When you call up the doctors, everyone has that formal voice when you're saying your date of birth. Everyone has it. Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. This is my address.
Or you're calling you sick to work or something.
Yeah, 100%. There's that voice. There's the, yes, my brother. What you saying, bro? What you saying? Yeah, you good, yeah? I say hello to mums, yeah? Nah, I love my bro. And then there's, there's plenty of different sides. And then I have my other friends, like my workmates, and it's like, sapling, bruv. What you saying, yeah? You good? Doing good, mate, yeah? All right, mate. No worries. You know what I mean? So there are different sides for everyone. But it's still you.
Yeah.
You still got to be you, but how you present yourselves to different people, everyone does it. It's just, I feel
the
that.
best example, bro. It's like you're different around your missus as you are around your boys. It's the biggest example, bro. Like it's like that. We all play a character. Everyone looks at us differently.
Listen, I don't care how hood you are. I don't care what gang you're in. If you love a couple, we know what you're like behind closed doors. Yeah, we know what you're like. Cuddling up, little spoon. Hey, I'll hold my hands up. I like being little spoon sometimes. What can I say? But let's not deny it is what it is, man. Come on, man.
Correct.
I say this all the time. It's like, I'll do something goofy like that and then be like, by the way, I make grime music. I love doing that to people because they're like, just where does this come? Like, and it's true. It's like my life. The reason that I like this, is because my life don't make sense. Yeah, I'm a PE teacher that reacts to Australian hip hop that makes grime music in the UK himself. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't. It just doesn't. And that's why I appreciate when people say these oddball things, or when people are just themselves, because it's like, we're all doing our own thing. And it's like, if you really dive deep into everyone's story, of course there's going to be weird shit that just don't make sense. Like, but your own journey, all of that cliche speech. I'm not going to go on a big one tangent there, but like, man. I just like people to just be themselves. Do what you want. Like, why can't you do that because you're da-da-da-da? Or why? All right, so my brother left school, passed none of his GCSEs. He's now a manager at a company that sells products through Amazon, but it's like quite a successful thing. Boom. So why can't he do that then? Or why can't someone from the hoods of West Sydney go and make themselves entrepreneurs through the lane of music? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? You tell me why not, because I'm not being funny. We're in an era now where a 12-year-old in his room playing FIFA can earn $1 million playing it competitively. Like, the world don't make sense, innit? So, I'm here, we're here, just be yourself. And it's
Yeah.
easier said than done. It is, especially if you're not secure in yourself, that whole thing. I'm not going to do a whole Gary V, but yeah, like you get the idea. Like, yeah, man, just be yourself.
Chazza V.
Yeah.
Chazza V.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
No, yeah, I mean, definitely well said. You know, yeah, you always got to aim at that. It's only got to come out and burst. But yeah, let's move on from the self-help Gary V. We'll leave that up to him. We'll put that link down below. Shout out Gary V, Gary B. So hey, talk. Yeah, go for it, bro. I guess
He's got it.
Oh yeah, it's getting the bumper.
All right.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm keen to. We've heard the story. We've heard the come up of Chazza Mcqueen. You know, we can all see the numbers. We all seeing what you do online. But how was it? Talk us through this recent year. You know, chilling. It's come over there. How did that come about? And sort of talk us through your experience meeting the man himself, chilling it.
Yeah, man. So obviously, Chill was there from the start, man. Chill was there was the original come up for me. And yes, I believe that eventually, at one point, I would have gained traction anyway. But there's no denying that Chill and Wombat are the reason I got my initial audience as quickly as I did. And obviously, he was in that first Triple J cipher. So a huge, no matter what that man does, there will always be a part of me that there will always be a place in my heart, because that was the beginning. When I think of the beginning, I think of Alex Jones, Husky, Nerve, Chill, Wombat. Let's say them 5, because they were the first ones in all the initial videos. So
yeah,
you know, it's a big moment. And I've had dialogue with Chill on and off over the years, like DMs, a couple of calls and chats privately here and there and whatnot. And obviously always enjoying the music, sometimes being compared, my music compared to his. And so there's, you know, it's always been a back and forth dialogue. And then he had the London show. I remember he announced it and I just booked the ticket. I just booked one ticket for myself, just being like, make sure I don't miss out on that. And I forgot about it. And then it was Johnny Reactions. Shout out Johnny, who covers the Aussie scene. He hit me up and he's like, you going to the Chill show? And I'm like, what Chill show? And he's like, yeah, the Chill show in May. And I'm like, oh yeah, is that soon? And I'm like, oh, I looked at it and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, I'll be honest. So I was like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, I'm coming down as well. So we have organised a meet up. So we've met his brother as well. They're good blokes, good guys. Yeah. And then, rolled through to the show. I remember Chill walked out on stage and the first thing he said, he went, what's up, London? And everyone made noise. And then he goes, where's Chazza? And he's like, asked around, and already I'm like, bro, I'm over here. But yeah, and then he was doing the show and he'd seen us and everything. And it's just, it was a good show, man. It was a good show. Good show. I can't lie, it was a bit weird walking into the venue. And obviously, you know, when you have the DJ like doing the warm-up music, they were playing, I like to move it. You like to move it. Well, I can't lie, it was a bit of a weird warm-up, but we're here. It was a vibe. Everyone was singing it, so fucking got the crowd going.
It wasn't like...
I don't know who it was. I don't know who the DJ was. It wasn't Brock. Brock coming.
I was going to say, yeah, well, it wasn't Chill's brother, bro.
Yeah, it was someone else. I don't know if it was Venue Hide or another part of his team. I don't know, but
yeah,
so either way, so the show was good. Everyone was getting excited. Everyone was like gassed, jumping around. A couple of people recognised me at the venue, which was weird because I don't get that here in the UK. As much as everyone says Australia, Chazza, I've been recognised the whole of twice before that event, you know. And then I've got a couple of people coming up and asking for pictures and shit, and I'm like, you want to rob me? What do you want? If you step to me in London and go, yo, bro, like, no, if I don't know you, you're trying to rob me. So no, like, and so it was a bit weird. But yeah, no, I vibing with people. Everyone was good there. And
of course, man. I mean, they're all chilling at fans too, so they would have definitely like, you know, just doubling up on the content, you know, chilling it, and then you're just watching your reactions, seeing that shit go on. So I feel that.
A couple people DM me and they were like, oh, but I was afraid to come up to you. I'm like, this is me we're talking about. Me. Like, just come up, my brother. Like, people were like, oh, should I leave now because I don't want to disrupt you? I'm like, no, stay with us if you want.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to disrupt you. I was like, come. I'm easy. Like, I don't mind. As long as you're respectful and you don't fucking shove a camera in my face, come up, man. Like most people say, you know what I mean? So the event was really good. We chatted to Chill afterwards. He was like at the side of the stage and whatnot. Yeah. People all pushing and everything, and security were just like, nah, you gotta go. Like, and he's like, well, why can't I know these boys? I'm just talking with them, and security for here, which is very funny like that. They were like, no, go. And so, yeah, Youve left the venue. Went about our night, and then he actually just hit us up afterwards and went, look, this is where we're at. If you want to come roll through and just say hi. That's what we did. And then, yeah, we had a chat for a good hour and a half, 2 hours or whatever. And yeah, man, it was just nice to just have the same conversations we've had in a lot of ways, but, you know, just talking about things, just talking about UK culture, Australian culture. And I think that was Johnny's first time like chatting with him. So it was nice for him to kind of have that dialogue as well. And yeah, man, just to get to meet the team. Speaking to Connor last edition, nice to chat with him as well.
Last edition,
good guy, and just anyone that was with him, Brock and the manager and everything. So it was nice, man. It was nice to just have that dialogue.
Not through a screen or a phone or anything like that. Just be kicking back, and just sort of.
You know, it's ironic because I am in the world of media. We are in the world of media and social media in that way, but like I'm not good when it comes to this stuff in a lot of ways. And I know that sounds mad, but like I said it even on the promo for this, like I'm not good at plugging things. I'm not good at getting a phone out and being like, yo, this is what I'm doing. I'm normally very keep my business to me. So I knew it would come out. I knew we would have the picture and this, that, and the other, but I didn't think, oh, let me film Chill while he's like, the brother's just finished the show. Like, we're having a chat. Like, that's his privacy as well. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm sure he would have been fine with it. I mean, Chill's a fiend for social media. Let's have it right. The brother's always on his story showing everything. But like, he just is. But, you know, in a weird way, my first thought when meeting people ain't to get my phone out. Or when I'm at a party, my first thought ain't get my phone out and film it. Like, I'm not good with that. And people oftentimes say, why didn't you get a picture? Or why didn't you have any footage of that? And it's like, I'll tell you the story. Like, I don't always need to have video evidence, which is a massive, massive contradiction on what I do in this realm here. It's very, very different. But, you know, that's...
I mean, it's just that respect levels as well. It's kind of like you want to get in, and you kind of you know, what you value more is like a good first impression and a healthy conversation, and coming across as Chazza, you know, a person who supports you, than a fan who's looking to get that quick, that quick gain and say, hey, I was in this person's presence, I got the snap, and then like throwing the camera essentially in their face or in your face to get the photo, and then, you know, they're gonna brush it and be like, hey, we would have taken the photo after, like, you know, and the whole conversation is just thrown off. So I mean, I definitely feel like that. I've had those moments as well when I've sort of brushed shoulders with, when I was shooting a lot of shows, early stages of my career, out at like Splendor in the Grass in Byron, Falls Festival, and I was kind of doing a couple of like live shows here in Sydney and things as well. And you know, I had the opportunities to sort of be backstage and be kicking it with like Miguel, YG, Mitch was this undercard from YG on 400 label, and like, you know, it sort of pays off with like, without going up and like being, hey, can I get a photo? Can I do this? It's like, no, I'm here. We're already throwing the massive camera in your face while you're on stage. I'm going to come back and, hey, like, let's have a drink. Let's have a yarn. Let's, like, you know, kind of not be fanning out, and sort of meeting this person on a genuine level. And sort of like, you know, it's kind of humanizing. And that kind of went a long way. You know, we had kind of ended up going back and kicking it with YG that whole night and partied with those guys to an extent. Ended up shooting a video for him the next day after pitching it to him at 2 a.m. in the morning. Went and shot another music video for his boy Mitch. And then that same day, same thing happened again, repeat. We wrapped the shoot, we went back and had some eats, and we're kicking it back at their hotel. And he played another song. He's like, we got 2 songs, we got another song. Could you do it? I'm like, he's like, oh, you know what? We're flying to Queensland tomorrow. And I'm like, bro, I'm from Queensland. We fly out early in the morning. We'll land. We'll go scout it. We'll pull it up, and they were flying in at lunchtime. So they flew in lunchtime. We shot a video. They played their final show, and then went out to LA. So in like 72 hours, we shot the live show in Sydney. We partied with them. We weren't like going crazy, but we were just back having drinks, having a smoke, just doing our thing. And then, you know, we were just kicking back, having a yarn, and he's like, you know, played this song to me, and I pitched it straight away, and he pulled his boy over, Mitch. He's like, bro, you gotta hear this. You gotta hear what he just said. Say it again. And I said it, and I had this like boxing idea where Mitch, the rapper, was holding the bag and coaching this girl who was the fighter, and she ends up doing this gym you know, this boxing gym, gets in the ring, and there's no other girl, because I'm like, look, if we need to shoot this tomorrow, we'll just POV with the camera. And now we're punching the camera, and the camera is the opponent. And then, so yeah, it was this boxing, just, you know, $1 Million Baby inspired, Rocky sort of story, but this, you know, beautiful actress that we're casting and put in the video is playing the character, and Mitch is the coach. So yeah, on the back end of that, like, it kind of just snowballed. Every time he asked you something, I was kind of just producing a good answer, and he just went with it, man. They were just like, hey, what about Queensland? I go, I'm from Queensland. Can you pull it off? We landed 12. I landed 9 a.m. I had 4 hours to pull this shit together. When they landed 12, I was ready. I was already sending messages out, like, you know, that night. I had some boxing gyms in mind. You know, I had, you know, plenty of connects, and yeah, that was a really, really crazy weekend, eh? And just like that, and that's what we're coming back to. It unfolds by, you know, being a genuine person first, and not trying to get that clout, not trying to get that photo, and for your friends to come out, you got the video evidence. It's like, man, you know, I'll tell you the story, and the story is way better than any sort of picture I could have got.
Mm-hmm. Listen, look at this brother just reeling off names like it's nothing. Yeah, I was with my girl, and, you know, YG, and this. Look at him go, man. He's just reeling off names like it's nothing. I love that. Love that.
Man, it was just so long ago.
Yeah.
It's so long ago since it happened. It's like, you know, the sources sort of fell off a little bit, of just like, I was fucking doing that. Like, trust me, at the time, it's still like I was buzzing, bro.
Yeah,
you know, I'm a big YG fan.
It reminded me of,
like,
I didn't watch all of it, but when Kanye did his Drink Champs or whatever, and he's just like, and I was with the owner of Balenciaga, and then I stayed over at da-da-da's house, and I was just like, what? The way this brother's just reading up there. Yeah, it reminded me of that. But yeah, it's the last point on that all is, you know,
yeah,
you could have stuck a camera in his face and gone,
Could've
yo,
fucked
look
it.
what I'm
I could've
backstage
fucked it up.
with. And if he didn't like it, you would have had a nice social media clip, and that's about it.
bro,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
And instead, you managed to work with him, and you managed to get videos and and then a genuine connection with someone. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm not demonizing people filming things or, you know, capturing their experiences, it's just not how I personally like to deal with things. I prefer to just tell, as you just did, tell the story, because I guarantee the story. Yeah, I don't know. There's a romanticization I have in my head of telling the story over having always the footage. Because as well, when you have footage of something, you remember that story from the lens of the camera rather than what you imagined it from your own eyes. So if I've been to a place, I remember what that place looks like because of that one picture I took, not because of my memory. And my memory might not be as accurate, and my memory might not tell it 100%, but you know what? Like, that's my story.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to show you the picture because the picture sometimes also looks underwhelming. Like, I want that. I don't know.
Yeah, I
not
get
to
it.
say like, oh, let me not film anything so I can lie about everything. Like, not in that way, but like, yeah.
No, I get it. It's just your memory that's coming through.
Story.
Yeah. Hey, bro. Well, let's shift things over. I really want to dive into you know, some your music you're pushing out. Like, you know, I was blown away by, you know, after. Yeah, hearing your music for the first time. I think it was a couple of months ago. You put your first song out. What was it? How long ago was that? Talk us through your entry. Oh, like as a yeah.
My first song, it was put out when I started doing gaming stuff. To be fair, music was starting from 2015.
Right.
But in terms of traction,
the
first track I ever got traction on was a track called Tom and Jerry that I did with my boy Spyro. That was what, 2019? Again, further research for my own track. On a project I did called Visionary. It helps when you type in Chazza when you type in Tom and Jerry, so you don't just get Tom and Jerry the cartoon. So you go it dropped on August 18th, 2019, and we had like a Peaky Blinders-esque type theme to the whole video and whatnot.
Hard.
Yeah, we filmed that here, and I actually sent that to Golly, Kyle, and he edited that all up and whatnot, which was massively appreciated. But yeah, that was the first track of mine that ever got kind of real traction on anything.
Tom and Jerry.
And then I did it, still doing music that entire time. Visionary. We did Second Testimonial before that. We did a Broken Mirror EP before that. So 2 EPs, 2 albums, projects. I didn't really call them. I just called them projects, really. 2 projects, full-length projects. And then chapters that dropped last year in June. So yeah, 3 projects, 2 EPs already.
Damn, but that's work.
Only really chapters is the only one that really kind of was the first project where people were like, nah, Chaz, you know what? You're really actually like good now. Like, you're actually good now. Like, you talk about music, but now you're showing that you've got it as well, kind of thing.
Yeah,
and I might even still disagree to a certain extent. I still think that in 5 years' time, I'll look back at what I'm making now and still go, that ain't good enough.
Oh, for sure.
Because I look at what I made 2 years ago and I go, nah, ain't good. So yeah.
I was going to say, which project was the one that you had? You did a track with Shook, and you both shot videos on both ends. I can't remember which. That was the first time that I heard your music. Was it not this project, the one before it in 2020?
Shook's one was Alive Again. So no, Alive Again was on her project, and then we did my one. Alive Again was her project Time. That was 2020, and then she kind of favored and did a hook for my outro track on Chapters, Promise, and that was 2021. So we'll have to complete a trilogy at some point, and when I ever come out, we'll have to complete a trilogy and film a video together. But 2020 was the first time I collabed with Shook.
Hard, bro. Now, what's for people listening here tonight? What have you got next? Are you holding on to anything? Have you got a new release coming out? Potentially, you could give us a little play or something for us in here.
You know what? It ain't out the realm of impossible. You never know. So I have for those who are on video, not many people, but Herd Mentality. That's just a simple logo for it. Has a meaning behind it, but we'll save it for now. Yeah, it has a meaning. You know, it looks like I made it in Microsoft Paint, but I promise you, it was actually a thought out thing. I promise you. Yeah. And that's an EP that was so basically after Chapters took a lot out of me because it was a concept album. I really, really wanted to make an album that for me personally would be timeless. So with all due respect, fuck everyone else. I want to still like my own music in more than a year's time. Because oftentimes I put out music and after a year or two, I go, I don't like it anymore. Yeah. And I can say that about a lot of my music. Like, I still believe in leaving your bad stuff up. And if you type in the right key terms, you will find some bad Chazza music. You will find it and it's bad. And it's difficult for me to then criticize artists that are getting hundreds of thousands of views when I have a freestyle that has 50 that is bad. Again, contradiction, hypocrition, all types of predictions, yeah? I have bad music. And when I refuse to react to other people that have bad music, I was one of those people. Some may argue I'm still that now, but I was bad at one point. And and so Chapters took a lot out of me, and I really wanted to make music that was timeless, and we're nearly on a year, and I still like that project. So I think I did what I set out to do. And after that, I was just like, right, no more concept album for now. Just leave it. Just make singles and put them out, because it's proven anyway for smaller independent artists, it's more beneficial to put out music videos that pop over a project on average. I've already gone against that, and I'm already working on a concept EP / short album mixtape, but we're here. So yeah, there will be a project. Originally it was going to be 4 tracks. Now it's 7.
Yes.
It's closing.
Now it's 10, 11,
12. Yeah, it at the moment is 7, 8, 9, but it's gonna end up being 10 to 15 tracks. It just is. I know what's gonna happen.
Put them on there. Just get them on. Yeah.
I've got a concept. I know what I want to do, and then I'm gonna rework half of it, and then we're gonna be stuck with another concept album that's gonna literally drain my mental capacity. But the reason I do that is because I think that it enhances the music 10 times more. Yeah. And I'm no Kendrick. I'm no J. Cole. I'm no Dave, Kano, Gets that can do these, but you know what? I look up to those people. And so for me, listening to a project that has an overarching theme, that has a weird quirk about it, that has a story to tell that should not be played on shuffle. If you listen to projects on shuffle, I swear to God, it's going to drive me fucking. Don't listen to projects on shuffle, please. On your first listen, listen to them in order. But yeah,
and then Kendrick does stuff where you can play his album back and front.
Certain projects can just, you press shuffle and it just is what it is.
It works.
Young and Lipton's Area Baby.
But
I've
the
listened to it
first
enough times
time,
now. Now I can press shuffle on that, and you know, each track is what it is. Their independent songs is what it is. But like listening to Dave's "We're All Alone in This Together," that is criminal to listen to in shuffle.
Did you score one of his?
Kid, Mad City, you have to listen in order. Yeah, there's just certain projects you have to.
Yeah. Especially off the get-go when it's first getting started, you got to give them that respect. It's all curated. It's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a reason. Run it out, and then once you start getting familiar with it 2 or 3 more times, hey,
and then from there, if you pick and choose the songs you like,
then you choose them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you score one of YL's NFTs when he dropped those 60?
No, I didn't. To be fair, I didn't.
I thought you might. I thought Chazza would have been in there snapping that up, nice and early, getting it.
I'll be real. I'm still learning all of this. I'm still learning. It does pique my interest a lot. It really does pique my interest, and I need to continue doing my research. But because I believe in it based on the people that believe in it. So I'll be honest. I don't know enough for me to confidently explain it to someone.
Yeah, right.
But people such as yourself, people such as what You're doing with the Valley Gang thing and everything like that, and what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Like, there's people who I trust that trust in that process. So I respect it enough to look into it. Like, if a crackhead comes up to me on the street and goes, yo, there's this new thing called a TFN, I'm not listening to him. But if you come up to me and go, there's this new thing called a TFN, I might be like, yo, what's that? So when people are saying NFT, and that kind of whole realm, because it's not just about making money and it's kind of the whole thing based around that, then I'm like, okay, now I want to listen into it. Now I want to tune in, like, explain this to me. Let me learn, because I'm not good at that. So be patient with me. I'll try my best to listen, and we'll go from there. And you know, something to work on. But yeah, last one on my music, just to bring it back a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we had a track that dropped with Flows. That dropped a few days ago. Shout out to everyone who's been shot.
By the way,
that's been thank you. It's had a really, really positive reception, and it means a lot. Flows is one of the people who I covered from the start. And you know, without any doubt,
now full circle coming back,
and just talking to his brother, and you know, and whatnot, and then he come out, and within a couple of days of him being out, he hit me straight up and was like, "Yo, let's have a chat. Like, let's have a yarn, let's have a talk." And we did an interview episode for my On a Level show, that was really good. And then he listened to my music and he was like, "Yo, let's do a track." And I'm thinking he's saying that just to be polite.
Yeah.
Genuinely meant it. Did the track, and then he's like, "Let's do a video." And I'm like, he's just saying that. And then he's like, "No, I'm being real, brother. I'm filming with Bagsy. Let's get this going. You like, it will benefit both of us more. Like, let's do this kind of thing." And I'm like,
yeah.
Bro, all right then. Yeah, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that was big, because he was one of the people from very early on. If someone could ever find the clip of me saying it, might have been on a live stream, it might be in a reaction video. I was like, one day I want the pleasure of working with this brother, and he's one of the dream lists that I've managed to do. So yeah, man, it means a lot. It means a lot for Flows to do that for me. You know, because let's have it right. He's the A side of that track. Let's have it right. And so for him to go out of his way to do all of that, to benefit me more than it will him, that does mean a lot. So
dope,
yeah,
bro.
man. So we have that, and that'll be on the upcoming project. And in terms of new music, we always got stuff. But I don't want to be one of them guys who goes, coming soon. Everything's coming soon, because it's like sometimes this is genuinely coming soon. It's mostly finished, and it will.
My job.
You're looking at your winter, our summer. So June, July, latest August.
June, July, latest August. Hey, that's hard, bro. I'm just gonna hit play on the start of this for those who haven't heard it. Is it the adult?
Yeah, adult.
Here we go. 7 days. Let's hit play on that. See if it's coming through. I shouldn't have to share my screen, I don't think. Here we go. You guys getting that?
Yeah, boom. Clear as day.
Here we go. Chazza Mcqueen. Flows, adult. Yeah, my screen's see the video.
I'm getting older now and everybody's growing up. Time's flying by, I'm popping pills to try and slow it up. Heartbreak hurts the best of men, yeah, I know it does. Looking at these photos of my ex has got me choking up. Lessons learnt the hard way, but that's the only way. Tears up in my eyes, I'm putting roses on my homie's grave. I'd rather be alone, aeroplane mode on my phone again. Sometimes I wish the wind would pick me up and let me float away. 100,000 views in 9 days, that's a piece of cake. Promoters try to book me for a show, but I can't leave the state. I used to starve, now I tell the waiters they can keep the change. I started from the bottom, I never take the easy way. It's still free, my brother Rico, yeah, that hasn't changed. I'm still sending sketches.
Hey, that's hard from flows. Let's get Chazza on the screen now. Where you at, Chazza?
About 2 bars later.
Just reviewing it every Saturday before they hit the page. I'm praying that my tears evaporate. See me smiling, but it's hard to keep up with the masquerade.
I got bills to pay, swear I never chilled today. Haven't spoke to nanny, but didn't deep until today. Being busy, excuses dropping through the filter shame. False happiness, I'm recycling all these thrills away. In my feels today, swear I need some guidance. There's got to be more than scores, 10s and 5s. I look up to the sky and ask Natalie in silence, why is my emotion so uncompliant? I find it unbiased, I swear I'm so over it. Should've named this promise too, but I will not reopen it. 2020 was my character arc, yeah, heart arctic. And it all happened 3 months before Corona hit. So legit, it's all a game for you to harm me. Betray the one you picked, have you lost your marbles, balmy? Fuck a squid game, I'll eat it like it's calamari. I said, fuck a squid game, I'll eat it like it's calamari.
Life's a long road.
Damn, Chazza Mcqueen. Holy shit, bro.
I'm gonna just say, if I was in Chazza's shoes and I was reviewing this track, that Squid Game calamari bar would have me.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm not. Like, no cap. Like, damn, I was ready to do it. I was just like sitting there, like, no way. Like, that was fucking phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal.
Yeah,
I can't lie. When it comes to a Squid Game bar, I was like, oh, is this gonna be cringy?
You can't
Is it gonna be
overdo
cringy?
it.
And then I was like, no, you know what? It fits in. And then I was like, right, it needs a scheme. And so, yeah, have you lost your marbles? You know, if you watched it, it all ties in. And so, yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that's lyricism right there. You know, that's storytelling. Oh yeah,
It's for the culture. The bar was for the culture, man.
100%.
All right,
Chazza needs that moment. He needs the headset drop moment. Just, bro, big up to you.
That was the funniest comment. It was literally like the 3rd or 4th comment on the video. It was literally like, so who's gonna review this?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hey, Chazza will review it and he'll react to it. So
are there any Australians potentially on your upcoming project?
There's a couple more. Yeah, there's a couple more. I won't say who, but there's a couple more.
No, that's all good. It's good to know, though.
But yeah, no, there are people that. So there's some people that are happy to do a track with me, but they've said like, yo, let's do it when you're out here or when I come over to the UK. I don't want to do the whole sending the stems online, and I 100% respect that because even I don't like that process in a lot of ways. I would prefer to be in studio with someone. I would prefer to write it with that person, or at least go in with the early ideas with that person and then work on it.
Same vibe.
Yeah, but it is the nature of what it is. And when Flow says, let's do a track, I'm not turning that down. So, yeah, you know, we're going to do this. But there are definitely, like, my vision for my best music will be when I eventually come out. Like, I can imagine it being produced by Beats by Chef. Video is going to be by Creasy. It's going to be featuring such and such. And then that's going to be, like, my best work. Like, you know, and, that's where almost I see it in my head as everything I'm doing now is training and building and everything up until the day where I eventually do that. Like, in my head, I have this romanticization of doing a Chazza and Australian artist, like, whole project. Like what Posse Shot did with their single. Yeah. Shout out Posse Shot.
Yeah.
But, like, basically doing something like that. And I know Indigo Mercury was looking to do exactly the same. I don't know where he's at with that, but I know he wants to do something similar where he just wants to get a bag of people and just go, right, this is going to be an Australia collab like thing. Like, and so, yeah, I have the same idea. And the reason I think it works for me is because I have a wide scope of different artists. It's not like I'm from Adelaide, so I'm going to have Adelaide-only artists. No, I've got the scope of everything, and I'm very, very fortunate and lucky to have that. So, that the YouTube and the review and the media stuff definitely has its own benefits for me as an artist. But as an artist, I need to make sure that I'm good enough and prove myself. I don't have the God-given right to just demand 1/4 to be on a track with me. No, I've got to earn that, bro. Or you know what I mean? Like, I believe I have to earn that, like everyone else. And I'm so glad I do have a song about this coming up. I am so glad I never blew up overnight in terms of music. I am so glad. And I say this to artists, if they're worrying about their first 2 releases, I'm like, you don't want to blow up overnight. Like, I understand from a financial situation or getting out the hood or bettering, like feels like you need it, all whatever your reason is. I understand, but please, there are so many benefits to doing this in the long game. There are so many benefits
to music, bro.
And it would filter out if everyone had to do for at least 5 years before they end up gaining traction. I promise you would filter out so much bullshit. You just would. You would filter out so many people that come here, grab something and leave. And I don't blame them as an individual. If I'm struggling to pay my gas and electricity bill, and my song blows up overnight, of course I'm grabbing that opportunity with 2 hands. I don't blame the individual that's sleeping, on their brethren's sofa, that's, I'm in debt and struggling with their 9 to 5. I don't blame that individual. I don't blame the boys that are in a tough situation and that are going to grab that with 2 hands and run. I don't blame them. But let's say from a culture standpoint, if everyone had to put in the work that a Greeley did, that a Fracture did, that a Cursor did, like a Forte, like an Enter, like all of these, man, then yes, I believe that culturally, artistically, music would be better off. But that's not how the game works. And I'm glad that someone like Cahooks can drop one freestyle and blow off of it. I'm glad, because there are anomalies in that, like a Cahooks, and I hope that the brother really continues to do it in the right way. Because there are people like that you are cold enough to drop your first track and continue and running with it. You can, because you're good enough to do that. There are other people I look at and I'm like, you got lucky. You definitely got lucky with what you just did, because, and it shows in how either they carry themselves, they're not ready for this. Live shows is a big one. How many times have we seen an artist blow up overnight, get booked for a festival, and sound lost on stage in front of 10,000 people?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to work into that.
Sorry for that individual. It's not their fault, but that's just the nature of what it is. They're just not ready for that stage yet. I'm not ready for that stage yet. So don't put me on a festival stage. I'm not ready for it. That's the truth.
It's the
I will say that.
You got to grow to it.
Yeah.
You got to grow to it.
Got to put in your practice hours. You know what I mean? If you're a videographer and you're shooting your first video, don't give them 1/4. Don't give them Kid Leroy. Don't give them Trinity, because you're not ready for that. And that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. And yes, tell the story how about 7 years ago you was doing it off of your iPhone and you're trying to edit in a ripped version of Premiere Pro online, a cracked version on your Mac that you stole from the market down the road. Yeah, tell the story, brother. But so then we can go 7 years later. Yo, now look at the studio and look at the contacts you built. Same as I go from filming from my phone pointing at the screen from Xbox to now fortunate enough to have a condenser mic and headphones in studio. Oh, these headphones are looking tired, but that's not the point. Nice camera, dual monitor setup, and I can say like that's part of the journey, and you can physically see the journey. Look at my earliest reactions. That's still in the bedroom, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think you do need the journey. I think everyone needs a journey of some sort, and so I understand when people blow up overnight why they take it. I don't blame people, but I think that if you are gonna go the long road or things aren't starting as fast as you want, I think there is a beauty to that. I really, really do, because it will prove to yourself whether you want to be here or not, whether you really care.
Yeah, you got to be hungry for it, and it's gonna test your abilities, test your endurance, test your wits to say, is this for me? And if you second guess yourself in those moments, then it's clearly not. You got to just go, yes, this is over everything. Over those things you're going to go without to make that music. You're going to buy a pad and a pen because your laptop's down instead of some milk and bread, because that's your music hunger is bigger than your stomach hunger. You need to feed that. This in turn is going to end up feeding your family or more than that.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like very quickly, I'll just say, I've only cashed in once from Spotify streams, which isn't many. I got paid 70 British sterling pounds. I put that straight on gas and electricity. 5 years of work when on gas and electricity. And that's that. You know what? I think there's a beauty in that, because if I ever do get to that stage one day where I can do the chilling it and go Burberry and buy my mum this and then I can say, yeah, that's how it started, and now this is where I am. Like, yeah, I am enjoying the journey that it is. When I wake up in the morning, I don't. For 5 minutes, I do swear at myself. But other than that, there is, I do enjoy it. I do. And I'll be real, I have downs. As much as everyone says, you work hard, you work hard, you work hard. Bro, you know from yourself, especially when you do them 72 hours back to back to back and all of these things, it gets tiring, and getting burnt out is a real thing in the creative industry. If you're freelance and you're trying to do this full time, burnout is a very, very big thing. Yeah. There are so many times I've spoke to someone, I'm like, where's music, bro? Or why haven't you put out music or like filmed anything? Or why haven't you produced nothing? And it's, yo, I just burnt out. Yeah. I could not do it no more. And I had to do this for my own mental, for my own physical, for my family reasons, whatever it may be. And it happens way more often than you think. It's just where there's so much going on, you may not, unless you follow an individual closely or you know are in regular contact, you don't often see it because there's so much going on. You know, but it happens, man. It definitely does.
Hey, well, Chazza, that's you know, burnt out. You know, I kind of took some months off at the end of last year myself, where I just literally physically just had to step away. I had some jobs coming in, and I was just like, I had 3 months off. I went and picked up I still got lucky to pick up a gig where I was working on a TV show, sort of kicking around. But I mean, it only took me a couple of days to recover, like three or 4 days to like. And about a week before I started coming back, but I had signed myself into this TV show. It was called a Celebrity Apprentice at the time. You've probably heard of it. There's they do a bunch all over the place, but but I came back hungrier than ever. Like staying away from it as well. Like having that creative break where I wasn't out. Listening to music every day, pitching videos, scouting videos, all this. I was like, I turned myself off where I was just turned up, where I just had to turn up to somewhere. It's still film, which I was thankful for, but like I came back stronger, hungrier, and my ideas were better than ever. So like it's how you react to your burnout too, knowing you can potentially come back better than ever. It's super important to have that. I'd like to say balance, but it's definitely more getting yourself to that burnout zone, but then make sure you do have a good break. Don't rush back into it. Have a good break and refresh.
And that's difficult if you're like, I know plenty of people are like me where I'm very much momentum. So if I have all day free and I only have one thing to do, chances are for some reason I won't get that one thing done. But if I go from work and I have to get 5 things done in the 3 hours before I go to bed, I will smash at least 4 of them out, at least. And I'm very much, I know there's the term, if you want something done, give it to a busy man. Like, if you want something done, give it to someone who's busy. They get things, and I'm very much that. I'm very much momentum. I struggle to relax because I sit there and I'm like, you should be doing something with yourself. You really should. Socially, I'm getting a little bit better. Like if I'm with family, I try not to kick myself, or if I'm playing games with friends, I'm like, no, that's your social thing. Like, don't kick yourself too much for doing things like that. I try not to. But I'm terrible for watching films and TV series. Everyone goes, have you watched this? Have you watched that? I'm like, no, because more time than not, if I'm sitting there watching it, I'm itching, I'm bouncing. I've got ADHD and I'm like, nah, I've got to go do something. Like, I can play games for hours because I'm physically doing something. In my head, I'm getting better at a game, or I'm playing with friends and I'm talking. So in my head, I'm a little bit better when it comes to games. But like films, I can't just sit there and just watch it, because in my head, I'm wasting time. Unless I'm with like a girl or with family watching it. Like if I'm by myself, I can't do it personally because I'm sitting there going, yeah, but you could just be listening to that podcast instead. Yeah. Give you a little bit more background about that artist. Or, you could listen to that Mason Dane project that you've been meaning to listen to, but you still haven't because you're a fucking idiot. Like, and so in my head, I'm like, you could be doing something else with yourself. Sometimes it is just going over some music you've heard this year just to see if your opinions developed or changed. I literally do that sometimes. I'll literally go out of my way to listen to music I've already listened to see if my opinions change. Like it was only yesterday. I was like, you know what? I want to go listen to Seth Century's first ever project, and that's what I did. Yeah. Just for the sake of listening to it. And I was like, no, I really fuck with this. Like,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you know, I do a lot of things like that all the time that aren't on camera. There's a lot of content I've missed out on because I didn't film it. Like I listened to every single one of Curse's albums and I did not film any of it. And I'm like, you just missed out on at least 500,000 views across the whole 10.
Yeah.
You're a donut. You are a donut. But that's keep it organic. You got to do what you got to do. So yeah.
Hey, well, brother, what we're doing out of Hoodstarz, I know we only sort of had a chat about this today, kind of out what we're about, and if you had a look into what we've been up to, but we've been running a song comp where anyone could submit a song in, and our top 3 prizes, we're giving away a JN music video of all 3, $30,000 for the top one, $20,000 for the second one, $10,000 for the third one. Now, what we've done is we've gone and collected. People have submitted 100 songs. That's how much we got over 2 weeks of entrance. We've shortlisted them down amongst the Hoodstarz team for 20 songs. Now, our community is now going to vote on these 20 songs for the top 3 winners.
Okay.
And so I have the 20 songs right here. Now I'm gonna play.
Yeah, let me know. I want to know.
I'm gonna play 3. I'm gonna play 3 of them for you. I'm gonna get you to pick pick a number between 1 and 20, and then we'll play that. We'll do that again 2 times, and on the 3rd time, I'm gonna read you the artist. Some are new, some you'll know, some are up and comers, and then you can just pick, you can have a bit of a wild card for the 3rd one.
Strong. All right, let's go on my 3 favourite numbers between 1 and 20 then. Number 4. We love number 4. First off, Patrick Vieira, Arsenal legend, and music, everything's counted in 4 bars. So I like number 4.
All right.
4 is fine too.
Here we go, number 4.
Jay-Z, man.
We got, number 4, we have Nef.com. This guy's actually, this is an artist from America. He's coming out of America. His song's Durham Bully. Durham Bully, here we go. It's coming through. Surely I don't have to share my screen. Come on.
There should be a section.
Is this the part where we go technical difficulties and then
No, do know what I have to do? I have to open my Discord on my damn. Keep the music going. Keep the music going.
What's the Telstra hold music again? I can't remember what it is.
All right, I'm just going.
I know there's a section called share stream and then share the music from that stream in video as well.
If you share your screen and then share the individual.
I'll be back, but I'm just jumping off camera. Right? So ready, pause for 1 moment. You're gonna miss my mug. 1 sec. Yeah, it doesn't. I can't share my screen on that one for some reason. It doesn't do it.
What's going on?
I'm just joining back. Joining back in 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm back, but I can't do the video on this one, but I can share my screen. Here we go.
Yeah, if you share screen, it should share the audio.
Yeah. Share screen. Boom. Sharing Chrome tab. Share this guy.
Yeah. Individual thing.
Boom.
Watch the stream.
Okay. Here we go. Everyone joined? Everyone in the screen? Joining in?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's take...
Forgive the artwork, it's extracurricular activities.
Hashtag fake weed, fake weed.
Rice Krispies.
Disclaimer.
NFTs.com. Applying pressure. Thinking to myself, is there a way out? This shit tricky. I was posted with my brothers out selling the Whitney. Fell in love with all the money coming from the business. I can't trust fully cause I know that people waking. Many times I could've lost my life over the business. Should've been a chef the way I'm gifted in the kitchen. You gotta watch your back around the people with you daily. Cause nowadays the people that's around could get it switching. I know I got a son, I gotta get it out the mud. I be fighting demons and I swear you wouldn't know. Cause I was taught to never fall and stay on my 10 toes. I know that I'm a different breed, it's something in my soul. No, you cannot feel me, you can't even stick the code. Get the money back, send it back and say the pro. I get up and go hustle, I be pushing through the storm. I know I gotta do right, but I'm quick to do some wrong. I'm quick to grab the chopper, make them stop and drop and roll. And I don't don't need no pistol, boy, I'll make them hit the floor. I ain't tripping over bitches, boy, I'd rather get the dough. I'm still waiting on the day I hear my mother knock the door. And I don't play about my family, get suited up and go. It's a couple niggas in the city, watch me, but they know. These hollows hidden, I'm not shooting nothing else below the dome. It's sniff.com, I know you feel it when I'm stepping through the door. Sniff.com. Crazy with this one, dirty. I know you feel it when I'm stepping through the...
And that's Nef.com. Yeah, that's Nef.com.
You know what, yeah?
Oh, shit.
Because,
Audio quality, yeah.
Audio quality. That was my only thing, obviously, on our end. But that beat, whatever the type beat he found, sad, inspiring type beat instrumental, I can't like that, and he fit that well. That was bad, man.
Fuck yeah. That, I mean, that one, like I said, when we picked out 20 songs, we got a different range of, like, you know, different sounds across them all. So let's see what one you come up with next, because that one was kind of like bar for bar. That was kind of like a, you know, a hard hitting street rap. But let's see what else you got for the next one. See if we get a bit of range going.
My old favorite number, which is considered an unlucky number 13. I only like it because everyone says don't pick it. So now that's why I pick it. So 13. That's what we'll go with.
All right, we got Mitchos the Menace.
Yeah, I love that.
Is it Harvey Dent?
It's called Run and Hide. It's a new one, unreleased. Never heard it.
Unreleased?
Yeah, I got it.
I guess this has to be the first reaction then.
Yeah, we got like screen cap it, get like the Chazza border and everything. Get the comments. Oh, that's bro.
Okay, one sec. Yeah.
That's a trip.
Okay. We got the music going. We're downloading this one. It's not on any social platforms. It's on no channels. It's not anywhere. We gotta get this into our system. A super exclusive Mitchos the Menace.
Shouts to Mitchos, because him sharing Hoodstarz on his Instagram originally is what got me whitelisted, which ended up with me minting 2 of these NFTs in the first place. So like Mitchos he's sharing Hoodstarz all over the place, bro. He's such a big supporter for his stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he gets it. Proper big love to Mitchos too. Yeah, He came on for an AMA too, and you know he sees what we're doing for the community. He sees sort of like the people behind it as well, and you know it's like when he came on and spoke to us, he was like, "This is exactly what we need. We need to come together. We need to support each other." And this without knowing too much more about this Chazza, like our Hoodstarz is inspired by the music scene, man. So what we're trying to do is have these collectibles as a timestamp across Australian music to be able to collect these and years from now look back at the artists that paved the way to where Australian music is heading. So we really feel our collection is a timestamp of currently where Oz music is at. But without further ado, let's hit Run and Hide and hear this James Bond inspired track. Let me know if it's coming through.
Tell me your secrets and tell me your truths. Paradise is sweet, but my mind's here with you. It's hard to believe when you tell me you're mine. If you know about my love, would you run and hide? Would you run and hide?
You already know this is going to hit so hard, eh?
Still a demo.
Like I care, I told you lies, it ain't fair. The hope was light and it tears. I've done some wrong with these hands. The same old song to these men. Over again, sober again. Hoping a friend, hope it's a trend. Cope on a bend, rope on my hands. Choking at plans, grow as a man. The growth is a plan, over this dance. Why you won't leave me? You keep on giving me freebies. I've given you chances to flee me. I get the heebie-jeebies, hoping these demons leave me. Seeing that Jesus frees me, believing we need a treaty. Thinking we breathing deeply. Truth if she leaves, I need thee.
Tell me your secrets.
Ooh, Mitchos the Menace running hard.
Oh man, who does a multi off of heebie-jeebies? Nah, man, that's ridiculous.
Run it up.
That's
Run it
ridiculous. Yeah, do you know if he's got a music video for that?
Bro, that's why he is entering this. This is for the music video. He's looking to get the top prize. You know, that's why we're in here to, you know, to take home a music motion picture by JN.
Okay, yeah, that needs a video. And that
don't need a movie. That don't need a video. That needs a fucking production. Movie. That needs a yeah, bro.
Movie. I'll be an extra in the background, just sitting in knight armor. Right. So I imagine it. Yeah, you have like a castle setting, long red carpets, very high ceilings, chandeliers, and everything like that. Yeah, and the brother's just walking through in the suit, like the James Bond thing. Yeah, and then it's like a party setting or something, and there's the girl that's cutting eyes with him, and then the story looks like they're gonna hook up, and then it turns out she's a fucking traitor from the other side or some shit, and then he's just like bow, bow, bow.
I'm seeing,
and then it's just movie.
Yeah, and bro, you're the villain. I'm seeing him walk into a.
Oh yeah!
I'm seeing him walk into the casino Royale, and you're down at the table 21, and you look up, and it's fucking Chazza going, "I'm not reviewing this. I'm in it, yeah."
That's it. It's like James Bond meets Fallout New Vegas meets Taken. Like I got the man bun in it, so I could be one of them Eastern European villains in it. Like, hello, I got your daughter. The pairs in money.
Bro, that's the one. That's the movie, cuz. That's the movie.
Yeah, man. Oh man, I should start definitely not directing movies, but we're here.
Hey, we're here. Hey, you're gonna star in them. You're gonna star in them. Here we go. Mitchos the Menace.
Man. You never know.
Hard. Hey,
I was gonna say.
Yeah, go.
I was going to say quickly, I got the chance to meet and perform with Mitchos on the Friday, and I met, Blake Beats, Ray Pelkar, and Mitchos himself. Those guys and the team he has around him, and the way that he articulates and carries himself as a person, and the way he's pushing his music in the direction he is just next. Like, there are very few people in Australia on that tier. You know what I mean? Like, and he's constantly smashing it, constantly showing love for everyone else. Like, the guy's an absolute legend. Big ups to Mitchos.
Yeah, he's been in the game. He's taken that senior role, and he's taken it with both arms. He's nurtured and still watering the music scene. He gave us a great backstory, 6 years in the game, and he is taking that leadership role of what it takes to be an artist right now in the scene as it continues to grow for another 10, 20 years and prosper, and that's exactly, he's seeing it come from an OG like Mitch. It's like the respect is times by 10 or more when you hear him talk and treat other people like that, and it's like that's how he's leading by example, and that's just kudos to Mitchos the Menace. He's a menace to society, and we love him for it. Yeah, brother. We got one more, so I'm just gonna I'm just going to rattle off some names in here. I'll start at the top, and you just let me know which one you want to hear. So I'm going to read you our top 20 list, and then once you hear all the 20 of them, you come back and you pick a song that we haven't already heard, and who you want to hear from. All right, so we got a DZR. Artist 2, we got K the Sovereign. Artist 3, we got Baby Prince. Artist 4, we got Nef.com. Artist 5, we've got Lee. Artist 6, we've got Solace. Artist 7, we got Mad World. Number 8, we've got Cairo. Number 9, we've got Jesswall. Number 10, we got Waffle. Number 11, we got the 046. Number 12, we've got RU. Number 13, we got Mitchos the Menace. Number 14, we got Take 2. Number 15, we got IE. 16, we got Jess Jade. 17, Kedis. 18, Teeb. 19, Stu. And 20, Almighty RU 3K. Who do you want to hear?
Alright, there's a couple names in there I recognize. First off, shout out Jess Jade, yeah? She is one of the coldest R&B artists coming out. I am telling you, I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, that woman is talented as fuck, yeah?
Yo.
Shout out Jess Jade. She featured on my album Chapters, and for good fucking reason. I heard her, hit her up straight away and was like, yo, this is what we're doing. And she was like, yeah, down. And I was like, bet. And that was it. It was all game from there. So shout out Jess Jade every time, man. She's talented as anything. Cairo, is that spelled with a C, like C-A-I-R-O?
C-A exclamation mark R-O.
Ooh, it might be a different one. The only reason I say that is there was, I think I've ever actually reached out to him, but there was a project I listened to, an Aussie duo, or like two Aussie artists that made a thing together. Yeah. Oh no, the Cairo I know is C-V-I-R-O. And he made a project with, I don't know, GXNXVS. Don't know what that's meant to be though. But they had an EP called Now You Know, 6 tracks, yeah, and it has this like 90s R&B vibe to it. It is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So that's a little shout out to them. They made that back in 2018, and I just stumbled across it somehow. It must have been in one of the playlists. Like, I don't know if it was Waves or whether it was Take Flight or AU Dollars. It was one of the pages like that just had a playlist, and as I was listening through, caught one of the songs, and I was like, yo, checked out the whole project. It was really good, but never reacted to it. So that's a quick shout out to them. Let's listen to Jess Jade, man. Let's listen to Jess Jade, because I think she's brilliant. I'd show the world.
All right, here we go. You got Jess Jade coming through, man. Let's get her on. This is what she put forward. Her song is called Words to Myself. All right, coming up. I'm going to share my screen again. Screen. It should already still be sharing. Is it still sharing? What's going on?
No.
Oh, bro, I was in the wrong one. All right, one sec.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, sharing my screen should be coming up now. Jess Jade, I'll let you guys join.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Jess Jade, Words to Myself. You just missed half the song.
Yeah, we do.
Do you see what I see? I feel it calling to me in the air.
And that's all you get. That's halfway through. That's half of the song. Jess Jade. She is cold for that one. That one. Yeah, bro. That's just three of what we got. We got 20 of those. We got 20 of those artists in there bringing heat. Everyone. This is our short list too. You know, we went away and we spent 4 to 5 days deliberating as the Hoodstarz crew, listening to these tracks, and we came up with this top 20 for our first song comp. Yeah, so top three of these songs voted in by our community. He's gonna come away with 3 music videos depending on, what position they take, what pole position, 30, 20, or 10K from JN. Hell yeah.
Big, man. That's big.
Yeah, bro. Well, I can't wait to share the other 20. Someone like you who does this day in, day out. Yeah, I'm really keen to to get your perspective across them all, man.
Yeah, man, that'll be good. So how do we get to see the shortlist? How does that work?
So how does that work? So to get the shortlist, it goes into a holders channel. So you got to snag an NFT. Now, one of these Hoodstarz NFTs is doubles as a voting ticket. So one NFT equals one voting right. So anyone who holds an NFT, you get to come and vote for your song. So these are all over in a holders chat. You can come and listen to these unreleased music. And then, if you have one Hoodstar, you get to put one vote on one of your songs. Your favorite song, two songs. So from then on, like that. So it's up to our community to vote in our winners, and that's sort of going live once our minting process is over.
Cool. Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Yeah, bro. Hey, I'm going to open this up. I know we've sort of had a bit of an open chat tonight. Normally it's kind of just me going back and forth, but I really appreciate you guys, making the most of Chazza in here and, getting the most out of him. So let's open it up anyway. If anyone else, take it in turns, jump on, say your name, and ask Chazza a question before we wrap things up. We've had a really good chat with him, and let's finish it with you guys. We've just
I got one solid question that I've been waiting on since this thing started, because one of the major comments that I saw was when Chazza, you reviewed Family of a Pistol Pete and Enzo featuring Valley Boy, and one of these other fellas, you were like, best song I've heard this year, down, like, just there's no disputing. The whole point of like certain NFTs, especially like Hoodstarz, is to cement artists. You have some people that do it just to cement like moments, memories, all different sorts of stuff, domain names, that sort of stuff. In the essence of NFTs, Hoodstarz, and that, now, me and you probably know just about the same amount. I know next to nothing. There's just a lot of intelligent people around me going, NFTs are the future. I just made 25 grand off. I was going to do it. If you were to pick an artist, a moment, a memory, an album, anything to do with Aussie hip-hop to cement as an NFT, would there be like a top three or something that you would want people to remember for years and years and years to come? Like, let's limit it to the COVID-19 pandemic period, so 2020 to like now, basically. Let's limit it to this period, because otherwise it's going to be here.
That changes two of my answers already, but I like that. That's good. That's good.
I would say like Chazza's going to go all the way back.
Yeah. Two key moments, or two or three key moments. I'm just quickly scrolling through my chat.
It doesn't have to be a moment. It can be an artist, it can be an album, it can be a show, it can be
anything. Husky's anti-hero. Just like, let's say Toxic, like, or heroin rap, or whatever. Like, that's got to be something. You've got to, him in the bathtub, that shot of him in the bathtub, that's got to be, that's got to be an NFT at some point. That is a big moment.
That's
Hey, that's huge. Yeah, Husky. That's a historic moment. In the bathtub, rolling on, dipping in.
I would say Chillin' It's Family Ties. I'd say that is a big as well. I think that's a big moment. A selfish one would be Nerves and Knox's Walk and Talk, Part 4. I just really like that. That just felt like a moment for Nerve. Like, so, and his whole Tall Poppy season EP, that was big. That was a big moment for me as well, because it was the first time I did a live reaction with an artist that then led on to the Honor Level show. So that was big for me. Posse Shots, PS3. That was a big album. That was a big project.
Just Posse Shot in general, eh?
Just Posse Shot, get the money up, invest in yourself. Like, that should just be an NFT. Like, I've Posse Shot done an NFT. It wouldn't surprise me if they have or haven't already, because that seems like something that's down their lane, that kind of art style.
Hoodstar's got to start making calls after this stream. Like, man, we need.
Just need 2.5%. That's all I ask. 2.5%. Keep the rest. That would be big. Yeah, I think the family track would. That
family ties. You're going family ties.
It just does. Could you argue was 1/4's project in COVID?
Yeah. I think that's fair. It would have been just as it started.
Yeah, I think it was just before it. Yeah.
But I mean, you could even do their breaks and caddies like their street guide series or whatever. Like, I mean, near enough anything they're touching at the moment just feels massive.
Yeah,
Does.
yeah, they're coming different. They're coming
They're just on
different.
such a roll right now that it's just ridiculous.
Bro, when they started singing on the EP, that's when I was like, game changer. Like, beautiful stuff, bro.
Yeah, it's massive for them. Yeah, I'd say I've definitely gone over 3, but we'll stick with them for now.
100%.
Gang, yeah, hey, that was a good question, bro. Baller, what do you got? Next, let's go to the next question.
Yeah, Chaz, what's your reaction to when people DM you, like the artists themselves, and say, react to my song? How do you approach those kind of people?
So it depends. If Mitch just hits me up and goes, yo, react to my latest, I was going to do that anyway. Thanks for the heads up, brother. Hope you're well. After I've reacted to it, let's have a chat anyway. So that's the most straightforward ones. You've then got the artists who are drawing, let's say, the same numbers as Mitch. Like, you know, they're in the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, but I've never heard of them before. Then I've got a decision to make whether I go for it or not, because I don't know how good or not they are. And so I've got to make a choice whether I take time out of my day to sit down and record that or not, kind of thing. I don't listen to it beforehand, so I kind of take a gamble. And more time than not, I throw those ones up, and more time than not, it works out, you know? But yeah, there's definitely some that I just don't put up because I'm like, you bought for Youve or something. There's no way that you've got to this point with that. Like, and it's not a stylistic thing. I mean, just a production. Like, you've still got the produced tags on your beats. There's no video. It's not even mixed and mastered properly. Like, you can tell someone's just done this out of their bedroom, and then it will have like 101,000 views, and then like 70.
No like, no dislikes.
And then that's when I'm like, yeah, that just don't add up. So I do get them and I just don't put them. But if I can tell you've genuinely built an audience, then yeah, I'll put that out. And then as for the people who are really small, more time than not, I sometimes listen to it and just give them feedback. Sometimes I'll just be like, yo, bro, I'll be honest, I'm not going to react to it, but best of luck. Like, it depends. Like, I try and listen to what people send through, because I still, you know, the amount of gems I have found through doing that, you know? But I do have to go through a lot of people before something does pique my interest. And that's with all due respect, the same way of when I was first doing music. If I sent that to 100 UK artists, guaranteed 99 of them would have just aired it, you know, or not liked it. And so, yeah, it is tricky. And I have thought about the whole paid reaction things, and it's something I've contemplated. And at the moment, I'm just kind of sitting on, like, because it's just going to get techie. I feel bad if someone pays me money for me to then turn around and then be like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel right in doing that. I can't.
Need a disclaimer.
It's something I've considered and I've thought through, but yeah. So it does depend on who it is. But if it's an established artist, more time than not, I'm going to cover it anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's just a way to do it. I mean, I've been offered a lot of paid stuff, and 99% of the time I take it down. I just keep it organic. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. If I'm not, I'm not. And maybe that's not smart from a business standpoint, but that's just how I've done it. So, yeah.
That's how you do it, man.
Authentic, it'll pay off in the long run, you know. Stick to it. All right, next question. Anyone else got another question for Chazza?
Yes, sir.
Afric.
Yeah. Hi, Chazza. I'm Afric from South Africa. And I must say that, like, just, you know, like hearing you speak, and I'd say, yeah, feeling like the vibe you give off, absolutely love the energy. You've definitely earned a sub without me even looking at your YouTube channel. So that must say a lot. Yeah, I feel like, you know, that's kind of what Hoodstarz is also about, is that kind of a hub for people to connect and find new artists. And you know, I'm really glad that you know, I've gotten to see your personality today. But yeah, so my question is that you know, you put out like quite a bit of content on YouTube. You know, you've put out music videos, you've done like some really cool stuff. But my question is about your first ever video on YouTube, which is an insane rap battle. And is that ever gonna make a comeback?
Oh man, yeah, that's my boy Spy, man. Oh, there's so much context to that. To keep it short, so for those who don't know, it's literally named Insane Rap Battle or something like that. And it's my boy Spyro, and this is at a point where he didn't know I was writing and rapping at this point. This is around the time I started, and he was at this point. And he was only getting like a few hundred views, but to us as like a group, as like the man them, that was massive. Like, yo, Spy's doing bits, he's doing music, like he's the music man. And then I remember saying this as a joke, like, yeah, I'll rap battle you. And he's like, yeah, but I'm the rapper, I'll smoke you. And I thought, let me not say anything. All right, let's do it. And so out of all of our group, we've held this, he's like, oh, we're having a house party, kind of like a school gathering anyway. So we'll just do it then, and then just have to drink up after. I'm like, yeah, sweet. So he's doing this. Now, at this point, I was deep into watching King of the Dot, a little bit of URL, but mainly Don't Flop and KOTD. But I was mainly watching that, and I was watching...
Yeah, those are some great channels, yeah.
Sharon, and I was watching... I don't think Soul was about at that time, but I was watching, battle rap quite heavily and whatnot. And so I understood how rap battle worked. I understood that your first and your third has to be your strongest. I understood certain things just about the general structure of battle rap. And he didn't. And then he didn't know I rapped. So I remember we both made our way together on the way to the thing. He was writing everything out on the bus. So he's on the way, literally writing it out there and then. And he's like, have you not written anything? I'm like, yeah, bro, I've memorized it. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I've memorized it. Like, I'm not going to look at my phone halfway through a rap battle. Are you mad? He's like, oh. And I had 3 rounds prepared. And then he's like, bro, I've only got like 2. I'm like, all right, we'll just do 2 then. We'll just do 2 rounds. Like, got it. Why not? There's no rules. And so we've started. We've got the camera out. Our boy, Toby, has like hosted it, and he's like just stirred the pot basically, and we've done this thing, and you could just see Spy was just unprepared, and I genuinely believe wholeheartedly if he prepared it would have been way more even, but where he didn't prepare and I've come out with this first, he's just like, oh you can see it on his face. I was like, oh shit. And I'm like the only white one out of my friends as well. So the narrative was really driven home by like the skinny white boy has out-rapped the rapper. And it was like, and so everyone in the room was like, going crazy and everything like that. And yeah, man, it was tough on him. It was tough on him. And yeah, but and we've agreed that we could never run it back, man. We could never. Because he knows what time it is. If I say I'm preparing for something, I'm preparing. And for him, it's just not his lane. And there was a period where I really did want to get into battle rap. And I remember Don't Flop put out a thing, and they were like, yeah, there's going to be like this beginners, amateurs weekend. If you haven't battled, like come along and battle for the first time. And I really considered it. There was a few people that were like, yeah, do it, you do it. And I just decided to stick more with the music. But yeah, battle rap I have a massive respect for. And I haven't watched it for a few years now, but I really did have a big respect for it, and I followed it very, very closely in the UK for a strong period of time. Yeah, man.
Have you seen the 360 cursor rap battle?
Yeah, that was like one of the first ever live streams I did. I think it was like the second ever live stream I did. In that, and I think at the time I said 36121, and I got flamed. What? That's the one that 3-0. How dare you say 361? How can you back up that? It only has one 361. I'm like, whoa, that's what I think. And so, yeah, I think if I rewatch it now, I might say something different. Who knows? But yeah, that was a big moment from what I understand. That was a big moment in culture. I know Greeley was big on it, and funny enough, I knew Greeley before I knew Greeley. Like I've actually seen Greeley battle a couple people I know, so I've surely watched him before, but like never knew. I know Manners Ill is very dope as a battle rapper as well, and yeah, there's a few people, man. Dundee obviously, so yeah, there's a few people like Dundee, another one who I actually knew before following Aussie stuff. Like it's mad in that way.
Yeah. Hard. All right. Well, hey, that was. I hope that answers your question there, Afric. I guess we're coming to the end of this AMA, bro. If anything has any more pressing questions, while we got Chazza before he gets back to his multiple jobs and big day, heading down to
literally, I've got to edit this 1-4 reaction. I filmed it yesterday, and I didn't. I edit it, and everyone's been screaming at me. So literally after this, it's gonna be bang and slap that up. So yeah, but no, if anyone that has a question, feel free to. Honestly, I'm easy, and if any of you boys have anything else, why not, man? I'm here.
I mean, the last one for me. You go.
Oh, sorry, Jim. Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to say, no, I absolutely love the backstory to the Insane Battle Rap. So is there going to make a comeback to the channel, like in some new form, maybe like a comedic type way? When you and your friends, you kind of have like a scripted type thing where you just like, make ridiculous bars at each other. Like, I'm just wondering if something like that is something you'd like to do.
It really would be cool to do something like that again. And I think one day, I'm going to have to battle rap someone. I'm going to have to. You know what?
Nice.
You bringing that up makes me want to do it now. So it's my open call.
Let's go.
If anyone wants it, yeah? If anyone...
Gotta get on that compliment battle stage like Marlo and Shuffle T.
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
Something like that.
I remember one of my favourite, I don't know if it was against Marlo and Shuffle T, but it was Pat Stay and someone else. And I remember Pat Stay.
Rowan.
And Rowan. And he had this one, and it was just like, when you get out the shower, you smell beautiful. And that whole bit there got me. It was brilliant. Like, I absolutely love. Like, Pat Stay's probably my favourite of all time. I love everything about that man. And them compliment battles are brilliant, man. They were brilliant.
Bro, the whole rhyme scheme when they were up against Pat Stay and Rowan, where they were talking about Marlo's lost his wallet and Pat Stay found it, put more money in it, and gave it back to him. Definitely. Phenomenal, bro.
Battle rap at one stage will return to my channel, but I can never tell you when. But yeah, it would, and it'd be cool to just sit down one day and just go over some more battle rap. React to some older stuff. That could be a really cool thing to do. So. I know there is a channel that does that, actually. I think they're called Watch Along or whatever, or something like that. I know Ilmac was on it, and it was run by... what's his face? The brother who basically films for KOTD. And he runs a channel basically where they get battle rappers on and they literally sit down and watch battle rap and they like break it down. And a whole Diz is on there on a regular basis. Hollow the Don's on there on a regular basis. I don't know if they're still doing it actually, but it was called Watch Along or something. And yeah, they sat down and watched battle rap. Really good thing if you kind of want a podcast setting for watching it. And where they're battle rappers themselves, they break it down. That's like the same as like me, JN, fucking Creasy, Sefru, and Open Till Late all sitting in a call and just like breaking down music and music videos. It would be like the equivalent of that. And again, that's the idea I want to do one day, by the way. So if anyone steals that, you owe me 5% at least.
Someone make an NFT of it or just tag you in the comments.
Don't steal my idea. I want 5% at least.
Hey, we got you. Hey, that was a great question, guys. I'm gonna drop one more last one. Just a little bit, just a classic one. You're a big inspiration to the scene for all these YouTubers out there. Last little bit of quick inspiration, words of wisdom from Chazza, the skinny legend. What would you say for people who are trying to get into this and a piece of advice?
It's a very broad question, says what I feel.
Like a piece of advice to get into it. Like
that's fine. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, what I can say now, it could be different to what's said tomorrow. You know what I mean? But like, what I'm feeling now, if you don't want to be here, fuck off. Let me land. Apologies for my language throughout today's podcast. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. This is a place where like hip hop is profitable. Hip hop and Aussie scene can be profitable. There is money to make. There is, but ultimately, and I know it sounds generic, and I know it's been said before, but I really do mean it. And having more and more discussions and looking into more and more people's backstories, if you want to be here, be prepared for that long haul. Don't be here just to get something and bounce, because it does not last. Like, I promise you, it does not. If you want to be here because you care, or because you're good at something, or because you're passionate about it. Don't just be here to grab something and bounce, because ultimately you're not going to last very long. Like, and that's fine. If you're going to do that, so be it. Don't listen to me. Go do your thing. But honestly, if you want to be patient, man, be patient. And it's something I have to remind myself sometimes. Be patient, because that you see in the scene, some of the people that not only the artists, but also the people that are videographers, producers, managers, hell, even label owners now, like, they've been doing their research for time. There is a reason why Cursor is as loved as he is. There is a reason why Wombat is as loved as he is. There's a reason why Greeley is as loved as he is, because some of these people put in work for ages and ages and they've done it without getting much out. They're not seeing the fruits of the labor that a lot of the newer artists, people like myself even, who are gonna see now. What I grab is thank people above me, and the same way, hopefully, open doors, push lanes, and everything like more. And so my advice is, if you're here, be prepared. And if you don't be here, that's fine, but just consider whether you're ready to be here for a long time. And if you don't enjoy it, are you ready to be here for a long time?
Yeah.
So that's going to be my words of inspiration. If you care about something, just be prepared to also be patient, because
facts, bro.
That's
straight up.
Overnight, but be patient, man.
I don't want to take any shine away from Chazza, but I've just moved from a small town to Sydney to chase this shit, bro. And I feel like there's so many people that at times will need opinions like yours that are willing to tell them what's going on and what's happening. And I'm just sitting here thinking about it. Like, I'm sure there's one artist that you've reviewed at some point that has turned around and gone, you know what, Chazza's right, man, I'm going to do this. Or, you know what, maybe I shouldn't give this up. Maybe I should keep pushing. So, like, on behalf of myself and artists that you've influenced over the last couple of years, bro, like, you're a solid addition to this community, and like, you've made an impact. There will not be a time in the next 10 years where we won't have Chazza as a topic of conversation in Aussie hip hop, bro. Like, it's not going to happen. And for you to be here and cementing shit and supporting the scene the way you have, like, shit's phenomenal, bro. Like, we all appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. And I feel that from you, man. Like, it is love at the end of the day. You can see through the energy I've given here, man. Like, this shit gets me excited, and it's people.
You're in it for the long haul, man.
Yeah, man. It's people like yourself, like, you know what I mean? Just genuine love. It's genuine interaction. Like, you hit me up and do this. Can I be mad real with you boys? I didn't realize this was going to be as formal as it was. I really thought Jan just wanted to catch up. I didn't expect this. I'll be real. Ask me right now, yeah? Look in the DMs about 25 minutes before we went on air. I'm like, am I even going to be on camera? I just want to know whether I need to, like, get dressed or not. Like, literally, it's like, it's a genuine interaction. And so you know what I mean? It's genuine. It's authentic. It's not dramatic. It's organic. And man. Like, I appreciate you saying things like that, man, because it does remind me, like, I gotta be patient, man, and my work is, you know, appreciated, and likewise with yours and all of you boys and what you're doing, you know what I mean? It is appreciated because I feed back off of you. So I ain't anything without you, man. You know what I mean? And I know that's been said before, and I know it sounds super generic, but I do mean it. I do.
That's true.
Mean it. So thanks, man. There's a lot of love right now. A lot of love being shared.
Absolutely.
Nah, big love.
Yeah, bro. Before we go, we're going to wrap things up. We got a couple of things, bit of housekeeping. First thing, everyone in here is going to go into the draw, including yourself, Chazza. If you want to take home we're going to take home a 046 and a CD. You're getting the pack, you're getting the shirt, you're getting the CD. But I tell you what, we want to double up. How do we get one of those? Your t-shirts you're wearing, Chazza. We're going to do the same thing on the next
mentality.
one.
We might have to do a limited edition drop. You never know. I tell you what, we'll discuss details and we'll go.
Let's discuss details. I love that. We'll go back to the boardroom.
Nearer the time of the project drop, and we'll sort out something. 100%.
Beautiful. Yeah, love that, bro. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining. It's been mad chatting with you, super real, bro, authentic. You know, you're exactly the same across all your platforms. You know, you're a humble, inspiring asset to the culture, not only Australian music, but, you know, hip hop in general. And we thank you for your time, brother.
Thank you. Honestly, boys, thank you. Thank you for hosting this. Thank you for having a chat. And yeah, as I said, being genuine, organic, man, I've enjoyed it, man. I've enjoyed it. That didn't feel like 2 hours. I know. That just felt like a regular catch-up that I'd have anyway. So thank you. Shout out Hoodstarz.
Gang. Woo. Thank you, brother. Hey, we'll let you go there. Anyone who wants to, we're gonna take everyone's names down. We might be kicking in the general chat after for a little bit, but it's been a long night. So we're doing it all again tomorrow. We got another big star coming on through. And then Tuesday as well. So AMAs will continue on into next week. You want to vote in our comp, score a Hoodstar, come listen, grab a collector's item. And then we'll be drawing the 046 tomorrow. So again, at tomorrow's AMA, you'll get your second ticket into the draw of the Hoodstar shirt, and the hard copy CD. But let's leave it there, gang. Hoodstarz to the moon. Appreciate you, Chazza. We're going to wait for that 1-4 video. I'm just going to wait up until you put it out. So, You know, can't wait.
Give me 45 minutes. Half an hour, 45 minutes. It'll be there.
He's getting off this call and getting straight to it.
Literally, yeah, I'm not gonna move from this seat, bro. I'm gonna disconnect. Yeah. So yeah, nah, boys. Honestly, thank you. Much love.
Later, brother. Jason. Peace.
Chazza.
See you guys.
Chazza.
Gang.